Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you are doing well and at the basic. We conduct AI session in the teacher training level 2 and discuss our growth and learning journey and important idea and help us grow and personally and professionally. These are discussion allow us improving skill and expanding knowledge and developing better understanding in different topics. So continue the journey and today we are going to discuss another interesting and informative topic. Today is my topic deforestation. So let's move toward us in the topic and being in detail. Discuss with Chatgpt and during session we'll explore information and ask different questions, make conservation and engage in unique and insightful. So I kindly request you to stay with us until of the online session so that a fully understanding topic and gain maximum knowledge and benefit from today discussion. So hello ChatGPT, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How about you? What's on your mind today?
Uh,
No
ChatGPT,
rush at all. Take your time. If there's something you want to talk about or ask, I'm here and ready whenever you are.
uh, ChatGPT, today this my
Of
topic deforestation, and please
uh,
explain deforestation.
Absolutely. So, deforestation is basically the large scale removal of trees from forests, often to make way for agriculture, logging, or urban development. It has big impacts. It affects biodiversity, contributes to climate change by releasing carbon, and disrupts local communities. So, with that in mind, what kind of questions are you looking to explore?
Okay, so my first question: what are the main causes of deforestation in Pakistan?
That's a great question. So, some of the main causes of deforestation in Pakistan include agricultural expansion, like clearing land for crops or livestock, urbanization, infrastructure projects, and also illegal logging. All of these put pressure on forests, and that leads to a loss of habitat and environmental degradation.
Okay, why is deforestation considered major environment challenges in modern world?
Yeah, that's a really important point. Deforestation is considered a major environmental challenge because it drastically reduces carbon sinks, meaning fewer trees to absorb carbon dioxide, which accelerates climate change. Plus, it leads to loss of biodiversity, disrupts water cycles, and affects indigenous communities who depend on forests for survival. So its ripple effects are huge.
Why does illegal logging damage Pakistan environment in Canada?
Yeah, so illegal logging is really damaging because it bypasses regulations meant to protect forests, so it often happens at a large scale. This removes vital trees without replanting, which accelerates erosion, depletes soil quality, and degrades water sources. Economically, it also robs the country of legal revenue from timber and damages long term sustainability of the economy. So it's both an environmental and economic loss.
Okay, why are the forests important of the maintaining ecological balance?
That's a key point. Forests are like the lungs of the planet. They produce oxygen, absorb carbon dioxide, and help regulate the climate. They also provide habitat for countless species, stabilize soil, and regulate water cycles. Without forests, that balance is thrown off, which impacts both local and global ecosystems.
So, what is ecosystem and what is the type of ecosystem?
Ah, good one. So, an ecosystem is basically a community of living things like plants, animals, and microbes interacting with each other and their physical environment, like soil, water, and air. There are many types of ecosystems, like forests, deserts, wetlands, oceans, each with its own unique balance of life and conditions.
Okay. What is a forest role play protecting biodiversity and wildlife?
Exactly. Forests play a huge role in maintaining biodiversity because they provide habitats for an immense variety of species plants, animals, insects, and they keep ecosystems balanced. They also help purify air, cycle nutrients, and protect watersheds. So basically, they're backbone of a healthy planet.
Oh, how does deforestation affect soil fertility and agriculture?
Exactly. So when trees are removed, the soil loses its structure. It becomes more prone to erosion and it loses nutrients, which reduces fertility. That makes it harder to grow crops, which in turn puts more pressure on clearing new land. So it's a vicious cycle, really.
Why is the Pakistan?
Oh, sure.
How does urbanization contribute and destruction of forests?
Ah, right. So urbanization drives deforestation because as cities expand, forests are cleared to make space for housing, roads, and industry. This often happens really quickly and it permanently alters the landscape, removing large swaths of forest in the process. So it's a big driver of forest loss.
How does the lack of environment awareness increasing and deforestation?
Yeah, that's a really important link. When people aren't aware of the consequences like carbon emissions, species loss, or soil degradation, there's less public pressure to stop it. So without strong awareness, policies might be weaker and people might not make sustainable choices, which leaves forests even more vulnerable.
How does the lack environment out, what role and should be a government play in preventing illegal deforestation and can modern technology help in the forest conservation?
Yeah, absolutely. The government plays a crucial role, things like enforcing laws, establishing protected areas, and promoting reforestation programs. And yes, modern tech is a huge asset. Satellite imagery, drones, and AI can help monitor forests, detect illegal activity, and guide enforcement. So, with that combo, policy and tech, conservation efforts get a big boost. Yeah, for sure. Educational institutes can really make a difference by integrating environmental education into their curricula, teaching students about the importance of forests, climate, and sustainable practices. And it's vital because future generations depend on healthy forests for clean air, biodiversity, and overall planetary balance. So it's really about securing the future. Ah, great point. So, forest protection laws can be strengthened by making them stricter, like increasing penalties for illegal logging, and by ensuring better enforcement, like more patrols or monitoring. Also, involving local communities in protecting forests gives them a stake in conservation, and modern tech like remote sensing can help ensure these laws are actually followed on the ground. Pakistan can learn a lot from countries that have been successful in forest conservation. For example, Costa Rica used a payments for ecosystem services model, where landowners were paid to preserve or plant forests, which helped them double their forest cover in 30 years. Similarly, Finland and Sweden balanced strong policies, local community involvement, and modern technology, while Rwanda and Peru succeeded by using community management and private investment. These examples show that Pakistan could focus on financial incentives, local participation, and tech based monitoring. Yeah, local communities are actually really powerful actors in this. They often have the most direct knowledge of the land. So when they're engaged through community based forestry or sustainable livelihood programs, they help protect forests, enforce rules, and even restore areas. So when they have a stake in support, deforestation efforts become much more effective. Exactly. Forests are a critical part of a stable environment. They regulate the climate, provide clean water, and support livelihoods. Without protecting them, we risk more extreme weather, loss of resources, and economic instability. So, really, sustainable development depends on a healthy, protected forest system. Yeah, exactly. As populations grow and cities expand, the demand for land, housing, and resources increases, which pushes deeper into forested areas. So, without careful planning and balance, this growing urbanization just keeps pressuring forests. बिल ठीक बिल्कुल। तो जब भी कोई ऐसा सवाल आए जिसमें मुझे एक बड़ा या तफसीली जवाब देने की ज़रूरत हो, तो मैं तुम्हें बता दूंगा या तुम्हारी हिदायत के मुताबिक जवाब दूंगा। हाँ, बिल्कुल, मैं पूरी कोशिश करूंगा कि हर चीज़। बिल्कुल, तुम बस जब भी चाहो मुझे बता देना और मैं उसी हिसाब से अपनी जवाब या मदद तरतीब दे दूंगा। Ah, great question. So, media and social platforms are really powerful because they can reach a huge audience quickly. They can share stories, facts, and visuals like before and after images of deforested areas. So, they really shape public perception. When people see the human and environmental impact, it motivates them to push for change or support conservation efforts. Yeah, so some key practical steps would be strengthening forest protection laws, promoting agroforestry, so integrating trees into farming, investing in reforestation at a large scale, and also involving local communities in decision making. Plus, we need better land use planning to ensure forests are protected even as the economy grows. Absolutely. So, biodiversity is basically the variety of life on Earth, all the different species of plants, animals, and microbes, as well as the ecosystems they form. There are a few types: genetic diversity, differences within a species diversity, different species in an area, and ecosystem diversity, the variety of habitats and ecological processes. So, it's all about the richness and interconnection of life. To control deforestation in Pakistan, a few key steps are crucial. The government needs to strengthen laws and enforcement using tools like satellite monitoring and involving local communities. They should also offer alternative economic opportunities like agroforestry and focus on protecting and restoring forests by using local species. Regular monitoring and public transparency of progress will also be critical. Yeah, that's a really important connection. Often, people living in poverty depend on forests for their livelihoods, like collecting firewood or farming. So, when they lack access to alternatives, they might clear forests just to survive. In turn, deforestation can actually worsen poverty since it depletes resources, reduces agricultural productivity, and deepens economic hardship. So, it's a cycle of both. Ah, absolutely. Exactly. Deforestation is often near severe in developing nations because of factors like rapid population growth, weak governance, and a lack of financial alternatives. So, addressing deforestation in these contexts means linking development goals like education, income opportunities, and sustainable agriculture to forest protection strategies so both can progress together. Yeah, it's really crucial because forests act like natural buffers. They stabilize the climate, prevent soil erosion, and keep the water cycle in balance. Without forests, we lose that stability, leading to more extreme weather, biodiversity loss, and a less resilient environment. So, forest conservation is really a backbone of long term environmental stability. Yeah, that's a big one. So, forests actually help regulate the water cycle. They absorb and release water, which influences rainfall patterns. When forests are removed, the land dries out, evaporation drops, and local or even regional rainfall decreases. So, deforestation can lead to water shortages and disrupt the balance of the whole climate system. Yeah. So, education institutes can promote this by integrating environmental topics into their curriculum, organizing tree planting projects, and partnering with local organizations. They can also use their platforms to raise awareness through events, campaigns, and even practical training. So students become advocates for reforestation and sustainability in their own communities. Of course. If you'd like, I can dive into any specific aspect, like regional case studies or maybe how different policies work in other countries, or I can give you practical steps for individuals and communities. Just let me know what you'd like to focus on. No problem at all. If anything else comes to mind later,